Day 19. Oh my gosh. After today, I'll do the math for you. We only got 11 more days of recession-proof your finances in 30 days. As always, my man, Mr. Kinetic, bringing the tunes to us today. So glad it's Friday. I think it's Friday. What's it really matter? All right, I think we're 3 weeks into this cluster, whatever this thing is. Welcome back, everybody. Peter Dunn, Pete the Planner, CEO of Hey Money and Your Money Line. I also write a column for USA Today to have a radio show and whatnot. I stream live on Facebook, so my career is going real well. Endorse me on LinkedIn for vanity play. Anyway, hey everybody, a little fired up today. The Paycheck Protection Program, which the government rolled out for small businesses like mine, and so many other small businesses. 60 million people in our country are employed by small businesses, which is 500 employees or less. And all those people, all those business owners are trying to sign up for the program today to seek some relief, to get some help, to pay their people, to keep them on payroll, to save jobs. So I'm part of that. So I'm going to actually, I'm locked out. Like everyone's sort of locked out of that program right now. So I'm in our show today. I may abandon you if I get through the system so I can fill out this the situation. Honestly, here's what we're doing today. This is what we're doing every day. The whole point of the program is this: to cut at least $500 a month of spending. Most of you, if you've been following along, have been able to do this thus far. Yeah, I'm hearing from some people. People are saying like 1,000 people were like saving $1,000. I can't take all the credit though, because if you have no income, you really can't spend that money. But it's partially because of this. Number two, press and reset. On Twitter this morning, I really talked about how this situation, although it's quite dire for many people, is an opportunity to press reset. If you feel like your life has been put upon you, if you feel like your obligations have been assigned to you instead of you choosing them, and you wish you could just press reset and start over, well, now is the time. It's exactly what you can do right now. Number three, we want to stop guessing. Today is actually a pretty good example of how to stop guessing about your financial health. We've talked the last few days about financial health and financial stability. Today, I want to share with you a metric we created a few years ago that we think is the best way to measure financial health during normal times. We are not always going to be in whatever it is we are in now. Things will get better. And when they do, this will be the absolute best metric for you now. So you can measure your power percentage now, and then I want you to measure it when your life returns to normal. You can always go to callheymoney.com. My team of evil geniuses, by the way, by evil geniuses, I mean, they're not evil. They're beautiful, wonderful people all over the country. Got people in Yuma, people in DC, Austin, Texas, Southern Kentucky. I'm working through my people. Texas, another Texas, San Antonio. Anyway, those are my people, and they want to help you. And it costs $17.99 American cents a month with the offer code CHEESE. Some are wondering, why do we choose the offer code CHEESE? Well, I don't know. What's the matter? Here's what we're doing today. Power percentage is what we're focusing on. Power percentage. So years ago, when I would study people's financial lives, even more so than I do now, when you ask someone, how's it going? And they give you an answer, and then you say, well, why do you feel that way? They would tell you things like, well, I'm in a good mood, or I don't have a lot of stress, or I have no debt, or I have some savings, or I've got a nice income. And I always thought those were sort of strange ways to measure our health. So I wanted a way to measure how efficient people are with their paychecks. And so that's what we did. We created this concept called power percentage, and all we're doing today is we're showing you how to measure it. If you'd rather have your financial expert do it, just go to callheymoney.com. They will do it for you. They will guide you through the process, and they will show you how to improve it. But in a nutshell, here is what your power percentage will do. It will help you understand how efficient you are with your income, no matter what your income is. It will help you sniff out lifestyle creep. So lifestyle creep is when your income goes up and your lifestyle goes up right alongside of that income. And many people who are wanting to press reset on their financial life right now are doing so because of lifestyle creep. Also, your power percentage will reward you for your attention to paying off debt. As we've talked about in the last several days, paying off debt right now doesn't make a tremendous amount of sense. I would rather you just make the minimum payment. And if you have extra money, put it in savings right now. You're going to need it. Next, a power percentage will help you understand how your mortgage decision is an important decision in regards to your net worth and being smart with your income. So it rewards wise housing decisions. And finally, it creates independence, or it helps you display how independent you are of your money. If you are, once again, by the way, Mrs. Planner is right outside this window with giant head shears chopping at a hydrangea bush. It's quite the visual. Always nice to reference something off screen. I wonder if she can see me. I'm waving to her. Nah, she doesn't care. Anyway, we need to measure how independent you are financially, and that's what we're going to do. All right, so let's walk through it. So as long as you make above living wage, and living wage is a really interesting concept. We should probably do a day on living wage. We could do that. Living wage is how much money you need to make based on where you live and how many people live in your house and how many people of those are children and how many people of those are working adults. So this moving target is, again, called living wage. As long as you make above living wage, your power percentage will tell you how efficient you are with your income. If you are making below living wage, your power percentage won't tell you anything other than you need to make more money, which is easier said than done, especially now, but it's just the truth. You can't put too much pressure on yourself financially if you don't earn above living wage. I think it's a really frustrating thing is if you don't earn above living wage, you are naturally frustrated with your financial life because it's really, really, really difficult. And if you put additional pressure that you're not doing good enough, well, it's just an unrealistic expectation for yourself. So we try to help people identify what living wage is and see on what side they are of that wage, because if they're below it, they're just frustrating themselves. Next, we are going to see whether or not when you have pay increases, because yes, once again, you will have pay increases. When you have pay increases, does it increase your lifestyle or are you banking that? Like how I just knocked the Pete the Planner thing. Who cares? Next, it will reward paying down debt. Here's what I love. Let's say you got two people making the same amount of money, okay? And one person has no debt and doesn't save on a monthly basis. This person has debt, but pays off debt on a regular basis, but doesn't save money. This person is healthier than this person. Mind-blowing, I know, but it's true. If you have no debt and you're not saving money, someone with debt who is paying down money is better. My man Neilio just gave me a wave. He thought he was trying to smack me. It's an emoji. You never know with the emojis. Like, this could mean hello. This could mean I want to strike you about the head, neck, or chest. You don't know. Hello, Neil. Thanks for your comments. Very valuable right now. Very valuable, Neil. Anyway, next, your power percentage will measure how wise your housing decisions are. Okay, look, this is gonna feel judgmental and it's gonna hurt a little bit, but it's all right. We're all adults here. Sometimes when you buy a house, you make a bad decision on the house itself and how to purchase the house from a financing perspective. I prefer 15-year mortgages. Yes, it will have absolutely made your life harder right now as we sit here, April 3rd, 2020. If you have a 15-year mortgage and you just lost your job, your financial life is harder than it would have been if you had a 30-year mortgage. I still prefer 15-year mortgages. And so you will be rewarded if you have a 15-year mortgage, or you're deep into a 30-year mortgage, or you have a 30-year mortgage and you pay more than the minimum. You will be rewarded with power percentage. However, Neil just put a peach emoji. I'm not familiar with what that means in the kids' lexicon. The peach emoji. It looks like a... Next up is independence. Independence. You can retire when you no longer need all of your income to create the lifestyle you want. Some people are really understanding this right now, is that their income has gotten cut back, not by their doing, but by the circumstances we're all in, and they're actually able to survive okay. Well, what does that mean? It means they've got a semblance of financial independence in their life, and that's a really good thing. Other people have gotten their income cut back. They're struggling. That means they're way too dependent on their income. And by understanding power percentage, you can begin to change that. So we're going to do some math now. So grab your pen or your paper or a tattoo gun, whatever. I don't And here's what we're going to do. We're going to add these things up. Okay, we're going to add these things up. First, and by the way, you can add these things up now as they exist in your life, or you can add them up as it used to be or what it will be again, however you want. It's your call, baby. Retirement contributions. So if you've got a 401k, you would want to put the monthly dollars that goes into that. Monthly dollars. I don't want you to put percentages yet, and we're not talking annual numbers. Monthly dollars that go into your 401k, and if your employer happens to match that contribution, include that as well. You can also include how much money you put into an IRA every month. If you happen to put in at the end of the year, then just divide by 12 and there's your number. Any money that you regularly put into savings that is not meant for something else. For instance, if you regularly put money into savings, then I would, and you use that savings to pay for a vacation, don't include that. But if it's savings that goes away for good or college savings for your kids in the form of a 529 plan, you get to include that monthly deposit as well. Also, mortgage pay down. Just so you know, every time you pay your mortgage payment splits into 4 pieces. 4. 1, the principal is repaid. The principal is what you borrowed. And so a portion of that is repaid with every mortgage payment. On a 15-year mortgage, the amount that is repaid on every payment is giant. On a 30-year mortgage, the amount that's repaid is medium, very small, very small. So the second thing that your payment does is it goes to pay back the interest, which is just the cost of borrowing. Of course, then there's property taxes and insurance. All I care about on this is I want you to write down on a monthly basis how much of your mortgage is actually paid off. And then finally, debt payments. If you're making regular debt payments, paying down a credit card balance, not when you're putting money on and then paying it off, but when there's already a debt and you're paying aggressively to get rid of it while not putting any more debt on, you can include that debt payment in this measure. You can include any student loan payment in this measure, any regular medical debt payment in this measure. Let's say you're repaying your bookie, you can include that. You cannot include a car payment or any transportation payment here. You're going to argue about that, and that's fine. Slide into the comments, and you can do that there. But you cannot include car payments in this. Okay, now you add all these things up. Okay, add all these things up. This is what you do on a monthly basis. You're not adding in the balances. So if you've got $10,000 in your retirement account, you're not adding $10,000. You're taking the $139 a month that you put in there and you're counting that. So add all these things up. These are called your monthly activities. And it even says at the bottom screen, add these up. It's very instructive. Now, here's how you calculate your power percentage. There will be math. I did not promise you there wouldn't be math. There will be math. Hey, let's see if the Paycheck Protection Program's opened up yet. No, it's not. This is going well. This is how you calculate it. Okay, so take your monthly activities, all those things we just added up. Let's say hypothetically it's $1,000 is what you just came up with, $1,000 divided by your gross monthly income. What's your gross monthly income? Well, it's your pre-tax income. So let's say for a moment that I have a $60,000 a year salary. That means my gross monthly income is $60,000 divided by 12, $5,000. So if my monthly activities are $1,000 and my gross monthly income is $5,000, 1,000 divided by 5,000 is 0.2 or 20%. Therefore, my power percentage is 20%. Monthly activities divided by your gross monthly income is your power percentage. You need a key, though. And here is the key. How do you know this? Because the word key is at the bottom, for God's sakes. Okay. If your power percentage, once you calculate it, is 10% or below, that's a problem. That was a problem when the economy was normal. And if you still have your job and your income has not changed and your power percentage is still below 10%, you're at risk. You're a high danger area, not a very healthy situation. 11 to 20 is okay. 21 to 34 is pretty good. 35 and above is perfect. For a point of reference, because maybe you want to know, mine is usually somewhere between 42 and 47%. I just tell you this as a point of reference. Some of the smartest people I know in terms of their finances and just discipline and everything, most of them push harder and harder to make their way through the 30s into their 40s. I came up with the metric. I don't know if I came up with it specifically just to say that I have a 47, but you would hope that I'm doing okay with that, right? You hope you understand I'm not saying I'm the hero here. What I'm telling you is I can't do this for a living if I don't practice what I preach, or I would be able to sleep even less than I'm currently sleeping. If you want one of our geniuses to walk you through this, by God, please do. It's $17.99 that you're currently not spending on breadsticks and things. $17.99. Our people will help walk you through this and put a plan together for you. I think one of the most important things you can understand right now as we're together here on April 3rd, 2020, we've got at least 2 more months of this. The last 3 weeks has been crazy. And I'm sorry you're going through this, right? It's going to get worse. And I'm not trying to scare you. And I'm not trying to scare you to call us either. I want you to understand that you just have to get in the right mindset. This is not a negative mindset. This is a realistic mindset. Because if you're just all, optimism, but you're ignorant of the fact that this is going to get worse, you're going to be in trouble. Expect it to be like it is and get a little bit worse over the next couple months. And here's the challenge. As programs like the Paycheck Protection Program struggle to work, as stimulus checks show up late, as unemployment benefits struggle to get people signed up on time, stress will pick up and you got to keep your head. So we've got 11 days left of this thing. I think that's the math. No one knows for sure. 11 days left. We're going to learn a lot. You can always go back here on Facebook and watch the old shows, or go to youtube.com/Pete the Planner and watch old shows as well. Appreciate you spending your time with me. Please have a good weekend. We will be back here tomorrow at 2 p.m. My nutty kids will probably be part of that, a little time with dad. All right. Hey, have a good weekend. It's pizza night in America, but you got to make it now. See y'all.